Hello viewers, I am Mr. Dilip Kumar Pal, stand before you with the topic Criticisms of Welfare State. It is found in +3 second semester core paper number 3, which is Introduction to Political Theory. But before I discuss criticisms of welfare state, I want to give an information to my viewers that my channel name is @Dilip Kumar Pal 9375. Remember, and in this channel, political science videos of +2 first year and +2 second year are found, both in English and Odia. And so far as +3 section is concerned, political science honors videos of +3 second semester, paper number 3 and 4 are found, which are on the basis of National Education Policy 2020. Then political science honors videos and ethics and values videos are found from +3 third semester to 6th semester, and environmental studies videos of +3 first semester are found in this channel. And I want to inform my viewers that any video you want on any topic, just write my name Dilip Kumar Pal in the name of the topic in Google or YouTube. You will get Odia as well as English videos. Let us start. Criticisms of welfare state. What are the criticisms of welfare state? What are the weak points for which welfare state has been criticized? Welfare state has been severely criticized for its some weak points mentioned below. Welfare state has been severely criticized for some of its weak points which are mentioned below. Criticisms of welfare state. First criticism of welfare state is economic criticisms. The first category of criticisms of welfare state is economic criticisms. Under economic criticism, the first criticism is high cost and unsustainability. Critics point out that welfare programs are very costly and impose a heavy financial burden on government, and it is very difficult to continue welfare schemes. According to critics, under economic criticism, high cost and unsustainability. Under economic criticism, the first criticism is high cost and unsustainability. According to critics, welfare state is a state which is very costly. The first criticism of welfare state under high cost and unsustainability is that, according to critics, welfare state is a very costly concept, because in the welfare state, the state will have to carry out many welfare programs which will impose a high burden on the state. Again, the welfare states, there will be unsustainability. As welfare programs are very costly, it is very difficult to maintain those welfare programs. It is known as unsustainability. The second criticism under economic criticism is disincentive to work. Critics point out that welfare benefits may discourage individual to work and create dependency culture. Another criticism of welfare state under economic criticism is disincentive to work. It means as welfare states will carry out various welfare schemes for the people, so people will not have interest to work and they will always depend on state. The third criticism of welfare state under economic criticism is inefficiency and bureaucracy. Welfare systems often involve extensive bureaucratic structures which can lead to inefficiency, mismanagement and waste. Another criticism of welfare state under economic criticism is inefficiency and bureaucracy. It means in welfare state, there will be more bureaucratic activities which will lead to inefficiency, mismanagement and wastage. As in the welfare state, a large bureaucratic structure is found, it will lead to inefficiency, it will lead to mismanagement, and it will be a wasteful state because a lot of money will be required to maintain large bureaucratic structure. Then the fourth criticism under economic criticism is market distortion. Welfare interventions such as subsidies or price control can distort market dynamics. potentially leading to inefficiencies and reduced economic growth. Another criticism of welfare state under economic criticisms is market distortion. It means in welfare state will interfere in the market. When state will interfere in the market, state will take step to control price. It will affect the market and it will strike the economic growth. So the second criticism of welfare state is social criticisms. Under social criticism, the first criticism is dependency culture. Welfare programs are sometimes criticized for fostering long-term dependence on state support, reducing personal responsibility and self-reliance. Under social criticisms, another criticism is dependency culture. Dependency culture means, according to critics, a welfare state will carry out many works for the people. It will carry out many welfare programs for the people. People will always depend on the state and they will not take responsibility and they will not be self-reliant. They will not depend on themselves. They will depend on state. Then another criticism of welfare state under social criticism is negative perception and social division. Welfare recipients may face negative perception while contributors might feel resentment leading to a social tension. Another criticism of welfare state under social criticism is negative perception and social divisions. In welfare state, in the welfare state, the state will carry out many welfare programs. For the welfare program, the state will impose taxes on rich people. So, rich people will show their resentment or dissatisfaction. And rich people will give more tax. And poor people will not give tax. They will take the benefit. So, there will be a division in the society. Then another criticism of welfare state under social criticism is erosion of traditional values. Some critics argue that welfare state undermine family and community responsibilities, traditionally the main sources of social support. Another criticism of welfare state under social criticism is erosion of traditional value. In welfare state, people will depend on state. They will not depend on family as well as community. They will depend more on state than community and family. So there will be erosion of traditional value, because in traditional time people depend on more on family and community, but in welfare state they will depend more on state. So there will be erosion of traditional value. Then third criticism is moral and philosophical criticisms. Under moral and philosophical criticism, the first criticism is violation of individual freedom. Some critics argue that welfare state interferes on personal freedom by redistribution. Some critics argue that welfare state interferes on personal freedom by redistributing wealth through compulsory taxation. So another criticism of welfare state under moral and philosophical criticism is violation of individual freedom. In the welfare state will interfere in the economic affairs of people, and state will impose more taxes on rich people, and state will impose more tax on rich people, and state will take away money from the rich people and it will distribute among the poor people. So it will strike the personal freedom of the people. Then another criticism under moral and philosophical criticism is unfair redistribution. Redistribution of wealth may be seen as unfair by those who believe it penalizes productivity and rewards non-contributors. In welfare state will impose more tax on rich people, and state will bring money from the rich people and it will distribute among the poor people. By this, the productivity will be hampered, and those who are non-contributors, they will be benefited. Then another criticism of welfare state under political criticisms is vote buying and populism. Critics allege that welfare programs can be used by politicians to gain votes and fostering populism. According to criticisms, in welfare state will spend more money on welfare programs. So its main intention is to buy votes, and it is a populism, means it is a policy to attract people. Another criticism of welfare state under political criticism is inequality in benefits. Inequality in benefits. Welfare state can sometimes disproportionately benefit certain groups, leading to accusation of favoritism and unfairness. Another criticism of welfare state under political criticism is inequality in benefits. It means when the state will distribute the benefits, at the time there is every chance of not fair distribution. Some groups will get more benefits than others. Another criticism is challenges in globalized context. Under challenges in globalized context, the first criticism is global competitiveness. High welfare costs may reduce a country's competitiveness in a global market. Another criticism under challenges in globalized context is global competitiveness. When the state will spend more money in welfare programs, then the state will not have surplus money. So the state will lose its competitiveness in global market. Another criticism is immigration strengths. In some cases, welfare states are criticized for attracting immigrants seeking benefits which can strain public resources. Another criticism of welfare state under challenges in globalized context is that when a state will spend more money on welfare programs, then immigrants, people of other country will come to that country. When people of other country will come to that country, at the time there will be more pressure on public resources. Then another criticism under challenges in globalized context is impact on innovation and risk taking. Some argue that extensive welfare provisions can reduce the incentive for innovation and risk taking, as individuals and business may rely more on state support. Another criticism of welfare state under challenges in globalized context is impact on innovation and risk taking. In welfare state, the state will spend more money on welfare programs, so people will not have interest to work. They will hesitate to take risk because they feel that they will get support from the state. So in the welfare state, as state will spend more money on welfare programs, people will hesitate to take risk. People will hesitate to take initiative because they know it very well that they will get support from the state. Then another criticism of welfare state under challenges in globalized context is moral hazard. Welfare state might encourage risky behavior such as poor financial planning under the assumption that state will provide a safety net. Another criticism of welfare state under challenges in globalized context is moral hazard. As in welfare state will spend more money on welfare programs. So people will take unnecessary risk. People will not make good planning because they know it very well that they will get safety net from the state. So in welfare program, as people are getting different type of benefit from the state, so people will not make planning seriously, and people will not make planning seriously, and welfare system might encourage risky behavior such as poor financial planning under the assumption that state will provide a safety net. In welfare state, there will be moral hazard because in the welfare state, the state will make more welfare programs, the state will give support to the people. So people make poor planning. People will take risk because they know it very well that they will get support from the state. So in this video we have discussed criticisms of welfare state. So I request my viewers to subscribe the channel and aware of your friends, maybe a +2 and +3 about this channel, so some students will be benefited. Thank you. Have a good day.